What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin, and today is our first day on a road trip with our Model X Plaid Studios. It's been a good couple of months. It felt longer, but I'm very excited. We get to take the Plaid out on a road trip. This time we're going to Arizona, the state where they don't give a about daylight savings time. Good for them. So enjoy the trip with us, and we are gonna start heading on out. I'm a little nervous because I've never taken these highways before, so I'm not familiar with the charging locations, and honestly, I haven't even looked at the navigation yet. So whatever's. I trust the locations of the superchargers, and also we're traveling on a Saturday. We rarely travel during the weekends, but we usually go on weekdays. But yeah, so let's get going. We are, I believe, at 89% state of charge, and let's get going. All right, we are here in Barstow Supercharging Station. We stopped early. We didn't need to. We're at 62% state of charge. But my son wanted to go to Kingman. If we didn't charge here, then we would have to stop sooner. I can't remember the city, but I'll put up on the lower third. But we would have to stop earlier at 18% state of charge. The design on these charging cables, the length is pretty bad. So look where I'm at. I'm on over the curb. And it's almost stretching. The cable is almost stretching. So come on, Barstow. This is a brand new, fairly new charging area. But there's plenty. There's like 70 supercharging stations here, and it's probably going to be available to non-Tesla vehicles. Hopefully my camera doesn't get wet. It's like dripping here. The roof is solar panels, but it's dripping, a lot of drips. But yeah, we're just gonna charge maybe to 80%, and I think there's a Model Y Ultra Red right next to me. Yeah, I think that's Ultra Red. So, or not, I don't know. Is it Ultra Red? Not really sure. But anyway, we're gonna just hang out here. Probably up to 80%, maybe a little bit more. My charging curve probably sucks because we're pretty high in the charging state of charge. But there's an outlet there, and it's like 54 degrees. And we may get some snow on the way to Arizona. When we looked, it was like 30 something degrees with a little bit of rain. So it might be snowing when we get there. But yeah, we'll keep going, and I'll keep you updated. All right, we arrived at Needles. This was the city I was trying to remember what we were supposed to stop at. And luckily we did charge at Barstow, because if we didn't, we were supposed to arrive at another charging station in Needles, but at like, I think 20%, but our energy got pretty zapped. It's like pretty low. So we were supposed to be able to reach Kingman at 13%, having charged at Barstow, but I don't trust that 13% thing. So we're here at Broadway Street at 250 kilowatt, and it's pretty cheap, 24 cents per kilowatt. And there is this Wagon Wheel eating place, a diner. Now, what I'm gonna start doing is not taking up the edges to charge, just in case there's non-Tesla vehicles that are coming in, they can take the edge, because we don't know what kind of car is able to charge here and the spot where their charging port is. So just being a friendly neighbor, friendly EV owner, we want to welcome our new friends from other manufacturers. So we're going to be checking it out here. It's pretty nice. I don't remember the last time I've been in this direction. I think I was in 8th grade. We went to Laughlin and the Grand Canyon. But I've never stopped here before. And this is what's great about supercharging is we get to stop at different locations and checking out the scenery. So what we have here is the Wagon Wheel restaurant, and the superchargers are like right there. This is great. This is awesome. So we're gonna be checking it out and seeing how things are. Okay, so I had to move the car because as I was going into the diner to check what rate I was getting, it was dead. There was no power. So there's a Model Y here too. Shout out to the Model Y owner. He is reporting it. And I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry. So right now we should be getting some energy. Okay, so I gotta tell you this. We're no longer parked at the charging station because the 250 kilowatt thing is just way too fast. We got here like 30-something% and it jumped to like 93% as like the food got into our table. So I had to get up, stop eating, and move. I was like, maybe I'll just wait till 100%. But I'm like, no, I'll have the stations freed up because there was like 2 or 3 charging stations that were not working. So just in case someone came by. But man, the 250 kilowatt speeds are just, and it's 24 cents. So 60 something%. We've paid, I think, $14 to fill 60 something%. Just as a reminder, at the end, towards the end of this video, I'm gonna put all the stats, the charging cost, and times that we've spent at the supercharging station. So yeah, it's great. It's great. Food here in Wagon Wheel is pretty good. Abby and I shared a sandwich, like a breakfast sandwich. We love breakfast. Breakfast any time of the day. It's like a bacon and egg on side. The sourdough bread was pretty good. Had Belgian waffles, and the boys had their burgers. So I don't know how far we still have left, but we may just stop at Kingman because I wanted to check out that supercharging stations over there. But I think we're pretty near, so we're gonna keep on going.
Leave on the right onto Dale Street toward Arizona 68.
Oh, here's the Arizona border. Arizona, welcome to Arizona. Did the time change? We are here in Kingman. I wanted to make this stop because of the arch that I've seen people take pictures of on social media. But we are an Andy Devine charging station. And these are 250 kilowatt. I don't think we really need to charge that much here, but we wanted to make a stop. But there is a, what is this, Powerhouse Museum? They have a visitor center here, but unfortunately it's already closed. we have arrived here at Grand Canyon Railroad Hotel, something like that. I can't remember what the name is, but we are here. It is 6:55 p.m. I don't think the time has changed, and we left around 11 a.m. Let's bring up our trip computer. We have driven 391 miles, 161 kilowatt hours were used, and 413 watt hour per mile is our average energy usage. It is a lot more than usual because we average about 342. Now, a couple of things. It's 35 degrees right now. It snowed on the way here a little bit. And we are at 37% state of charge. This is Williams, Arizona. There's no superchargers here. The closest one, I believe, is Flagstaff, which is about 30 miles away. According to Google Maps, there is a couple of charging stations, Electrify America, and I don't know if it's EVgo or Charge Point. And there's a destination charger. I think it's like 55 cents per kilowatt hour. We're gonna check in. We're gonna probably get some dinner because dinner, it's already 7. Ends at 9. But the thing that concerns me is, well, actually it went up. It's 38%. Did I say 37? Yeah, so 38% state of charge. It's bouncing up and down 37%. We've gone to Vegas plenty of times. We parked the car overnight. We're gonna be here for 2 nights. I think the lowest temperature we've gotten, or this car has been parked, has been around the 40 something, like maybe 43 degrees Fahrenheit in structured parking, and we would lose roughly about 7% state of charge in a 24-hour period, not just overnight. But it is inside a structured parking. There is no structured parking here, and it's colder. It's colder, 35, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. So if I don't do anything, then, you know, and the charging stations here are not reliable, then we'll be in trouble. I did drive around the parking lot. There seems to be 2 charging stations, but there is a ID4 there, and you know how ID4 people are. Shots fired. And a Model 3 using the charging station. So we're just gonna try to settle in real quick, at least I will, and then check out Electrify America. Luckily, I got my CCS adapter. I just keep one here, and I have one in the Model Y as well, and the J1772 adapter, just in case. But worst case, I will have to drive to Flagstaff. I want to get it up to at least 80%, because after here, we're driving to Vegas, and we would have to drive back to Kingman, which is, I believe, 90 miles. So, and it's cold here. Efficiency is really, I'm not gonna say pretty bad, but it's not what it usually is. So it's throwing my calculations off because I've never really had it go over 400 watt hour per mile. So yeah, and there's still snow on the ground. The roads are clear though, but yeah, let me get going, and we'll continue on. All right, so I'm gonna look for the room. They've already checked in, but yeah, there's still some snow in the ground. I think there's also a RV parking here, but I don't know if I have the plug adapter. I think it's 1430. What's the I can't remember the plug type that they have, but I don't think I have that. But we're trying to find the entrance. I think there's a back entrance here. Now the 2 charging stations are over in that direction. That's occupied by the ID4 and the Model 3. Man, it is cold. Okay. All right, so we have arrived in our room. There's the bathroom. And there's a tub. Woohoo, tub. Ooh. Oh, I like the tiles. Look at the tiles. Pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. They got a door for joining rooms, but we only have one room. We have 2 beds. And then we have this view of the restaurant that I think we're gonna be eating at. All right, so this is in the same property, but this is the restaurant that we're gonna have dinner in. We just kind of cross the street, not really cross the street, but it's still in the same property. I believe it's buffet style. So we're gonna go check it out. Okay, we just finished dinner. Dinner was okay. The pork was pretty good. The pork loin, and they had some pasta. What else did they have? Some meat. I don't know. But yeah, so we're here at Williams, Arizona. This green glow is Electrify America. So we are here charging, I think it's 56 cents per kilowatt hour. We were at 35% state of charge, and we are charging at about 136 kilowatt speeds. We're probably going to charge maybe 80%. Yeah, I'm just gonna charge as high as I can because it's already late. It's like 8:42 p.m. No one's here though. This is there's 4 stations here and no one's here. No one's here. It's a Saturday night. It's very cold, 35 degrees Fahrenheit. There's frost on the car, and this is behind the La Quinta hotel, next to the Holiday Inn Express. Is this La Quinta? It says Holiday Inn Express. But yeah, there's frost around the car. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so if you're gonna travel, if you're gonna go in this area, right, Kingman, you definitely should charge. Unless you can use Electrify America. Electrify America, you're gonna need CCS adapter, and also not all Teslas will be able to use a CCS adapter. You just have to check your hardware version. I believe as long as you have the AMD CPU. I could be wrong on that. Once I find out, I'll put it on the lower third. But yeah, so newer Teslas should be compatible, but you need the adapter. Tesla's not going to give you the CCS adapter. You have to purchase your own. But yeah, if you don't have an adapter, you hopefully should have enough charge to drive another 30 miles to Flagstaff. That is the next closest, or not next closest, but the closest from Williams, Arizona. That's the closest supercharging stations. So there's a couple there, but here in Williams, it's Electrify America. I think there's Blink, and then I couldn't get any information on the Blink. And then there is it says destination charger. It was also like 56 or 58 cents per kilowatt. Now, Electrify America will not show up on the charging screen. Let me flip this around. Okay, so if you hit this, it's gonna show you all the charging stations. But yeah, it'll show you that Comfort Inn near Grand Canyon, I think that's the Blink one. But yeah, Flagstaff is the next closest one, 31 miles, and it's the 150 kilowatt one. Yeah, so make sure you click on the 1 lightning bolt or the 3 lightning bolt. Otherwise, but yeah, because where are we? Oh, here we are. So that's the arrow where we're at. There isn't really anything here. Yeah, so make sure if you're traveling this area, you have a CCS adapter. If you're driving a Tesla, if you're not driving a Tesla, I mean, you should be fine, unless you're watching this video like, you know, in the future and all cars have NACs. I'm not sure if these Electrify Americas are gonna get converted, but they're heavy cables, and with this cold weather, like yeah, it's hard to maneuver. Is that a Chevy Bolt coming in? Looks like a Chevy Bolt is gonna be coming in and charging next to me. And then the adapter, I mean, it's not as easy as the Tesla charging network, where you just plug in. So I had to fiddle around with the interface. I had to unplug also. And again, the cold is not helping because it's like stiffening the cables and also my charge port. As I mentioned earlier, the car has frost in it, so or frost on it. But yeah, so this is an interesting experience. It is not my first time charging at a non-Tesla supercharger. But is this the first Electrify? Maybe it's the second or maybe third time I've done Electrify America. I don't do Electrify America that much, and I'm actually surprised that they're working. Thank goodness, because I didn't want to have to drive another 30 miles. So yeah, but the charge rate has now dropped to 116 kilowatt, and we are sitting at 49%. But yeah, so I will continue on once we're done charging and give you the totals. So I'm inside the X. We're almost done charging, and I'm taking a peek at the screen. $24 and counting. Loaded up 46 kilowatts. Oh my goodness. I don't remember the last time I've ever paid this much. Oh man. Have I recently paid this much? It's usually under 20 bucks per session. Mostly like 18 less. Wow. Okay, I'm back at the hotel we're staying at. The charge cost was like $28.56 or something. I'll put it on the below. And it put in 56 kilowatts, something like that. Not used to that. I'm not used to that. I'll be honest, I'm not used to that. That's pretty expensive. But yeah, well, what can you do? I saved 30 miles. I didn't have to go to Flagstaff for the next supercharging location. So I'm glad I have CCS adapter for both Model Y and Model X. Oh, why did this turn off? But yeah, it's cold. It is now 33 degrees, 86% state of charge, 9:18 p.m. I'm gonna document this and see how much state of charge loss we're gonna have. I'm hoping not more than 7%, because that's usually the state of charge that we would lose in a 24-hour basis. So we're just gonna hang out here. We're gonna be doing some tours in the Grand Canyon. So this car is gonna be parked here. I'm under a light, so hopefully this light doesn't turn off during the middle of the night, and there's a Model 3 in front of me, so hopefully their Sentry mode is on, and if something were to happen, heaven forbid, we have our Sentry modes to back each other up. So hopefully everything will be good. So I'm gonna go hang out now and rest, and tomorrow's a new day. Okay, we are walking back to the room, and I'm walking here to the charging station. This is the one that the hotel provides free of charge to its guests. Looks like the Model 3 is gone, but yeah, way to go, ID4. I mean, I don't know what your state of charge is, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. But what are the odds that he's just gonna leave it plugged in there all night long, all day long, and it doesn't matter whether he's filled up or not? what are the odds? Want to place your bets? So, okay, it's almost the end of the day. All right, good morning. Day 2 on our trip. We are gonna head to breakfast and we're gonna catch a train to the Grand Canyon. As you can see, they have snow, let it snow. And I think those are the trains down yonder that we're gonna be riding in later today. So I haven't been in the Grand Canyon since I was in 8th grade. So that's like over 30 years ago. And now I'm bringing my kids to go check it out. So it's pretty cool. But hopefully breakfast is good and we're gonna start our day. All right, we just finished breakfast. Breakfast wasn't too bad. They didn't have everything because they were short-staffed, but the syrup was pretty good. And I tried their hot sauce. I don't know, maybe I didn't put enough. It was okay. We are now just gonna be walking around. Oh, look, there's a snowman over there. Oh, and the road is a little slippery. I didn't wear my boots, but check that out. Little snowman right there. So I don't know if this is the building we're supposed to wait to ride our train, but we're gonna walk around. I haven't been around snow in a very long time. Well, it actually snowed. It snowed in our city. Was it last year? But it was briefly, and it melted immediately. So, but this is our whole hotel, Grand Canyon Railway Hotel. All right, so this is the entrance I walked in to last night. This is the other side of the parking. They have like little, not little, but train engines on display and stuff. Is that what it's called, train engine? All right, so we're gonna walk towards the free charging in the parking lot.
Here.
Any bets on whether or not that Volkswagen ID4 is still there? I'm actually curious. And there you go. It is still there overnight, just clogging up. Oh man, SEMA Connect. Yeah, check that out. Charge complete. And it's still here. But there is one open charging. ID4. That's what they do. That's what they do. So all you Tesla owners who don't like sharing with Ford and now Rivian, the supercharging network, come on, we all gotta be friends. But you better hope that they take time to allow ID4s to supercharge, because they are greedy AF. Oh, shots fired. Sorry if you're an ID4 owner and you're watching this video, but man, look like they're gonna have a show going on over here. Pretty cool. I think this is where the train station is. So there's, I think, people already in here buying their tickets. We already have ours. There's also a coffee shop, it looks like. And there's a place to hang out here. We are outside and there's a polar room. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's for polar bears. But I feel like a polar bear with this weather. I'm not used to it. But man, it is beautiful. Look at those mountains. My goodness. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, if you weren't aware, I used to live in Chicago, and my brother actually was born in Chicago. That's why I'm a Bulls fan. And this was similar winters that we've had. We actually lived in a basement. One of our apartments that we lived in was we lived in the basement. And so summers were great because it stayed cool, but winters were just extra cold because we were in the basement. But just a little fun fact I wanted to share with y'all. But I do miss winters like these, but I don't know if I could withstand it for more than a couple of days, more than maybe a week. But man, it's so beautiful. Look at the ceilings on those buildings, the roof on those buildings is untouched snow. It's really cool. But I think this is the train station that we're gonna be waiting for. I think, we'll see. I believe this is the train that we're going to be riding. Grand Canyon. We have first class tickets, and I think we're gonna be sitting in one of those things up there. So it's gonna be interesting and fun. See those little areas up there? Yeah, pretty excited.
The canyon is 277 miles long with over 500 miles along the rim. It's 18 miles across at its widest point. It averages 10 miles wide, and there is a 1 mile elevation change from the rim down to the mighty Colorado River that carves the spectacular canyon. In 1901, the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe Railway completed this route.
Cowboy who never saw a cow, never won't just hear cause you don't know how. Sure ain't fixing to start him now. You ready? Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
Aha!
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
Aha!
Yippee-yi-yo-ki-yay.
Aha!
I'm an old cowhand. Help me up, quick. From the Rio Grande. Where's your pick? Once you put it away, you want to lose it.
So we just took a 2.5-hour train ride up to the south rim of the Grand Canyon. So the advantage of taking the train ride is we spend the night at the hotel. There's also hotels here you could spend the night, but we get dropped off right at the good areas, I guess, or point of interest areas. And now there's 2 tour bus, Freedom and Grand. We are at the Grand tour bus, which includes a hot lunch, and we're just going to be driving around the area, I guess. So this is powered by natural gas. All right, so we are at our first stop, which is buffet lunch. Yum, I'm hungry. It's like lunchtime. But that is the tour bus that we are on. And we have a buffet here. All right, just finished lunch. Lunch was okay. It was fajitas and tamales, but it was okay. So we're gonna start gathering back on the bus, but I think they have a gift shop here. We're gonna go check it out. But we're gonna walk around and show you what's around here. We are in the south rim of the Grand Canyon. Oh look, this bus has Neo mode, just like Rivian's do.
You had room. You could move around.
Looks like you can also spend the night here, but as I mentioned before, the benefit of taking the railway, the train, is it's connected to a hotel, so you can spend the night there, ride the train up here, and the train drops you off at the convenient place, whereas everyone else will have to drive here and then find parking and then have to either take a shuttle, they said it's pretty busy, to the area where you want to go. But the train drops us off right there. Then we take the tour bus where we get lunch, and then it shows us notable areas around the Grand Canyon. The south, is it the south rim? But these are nice cabins, check that out. You know, when we come back, I wouldn't mind taking a spot here. I don't know, pretty cool. And you could bring bikes. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Bring the e-bikes, the electric scooter. I think it would be great. But check out these cabins. Very nice, very nice. They have buses here. I'm not sure if they're free, but they have different color routes. I'm not sure about charging stations either. I didn't really look at the GPS or anything. But for sure here in Williams, where we came from, Williams, Arizona, no supercharging stations. So just, I'm telling you, pretty lucky that I leave one adapter. That adapter and the J1772 adapter, I have two of each. Well, actually the J177 comes with the Tesla, and the CCS adapter, fortunately I was sent one from Best Buy because I review products for them, and fortunately they gave me one for free. This is not a sponsored video, by the way. And also I got one for free at one of the events. I won a contest. So I have one in the Model Y and one in the Model X. So always good to have, even though they say that supercharging locations are pretty much everywhere. Well, it's not in Williams, Arizona. And there's also Bearizona there. So some friends have gone there and we wanted to also check that out sometime in the future. But now we know no supercharger in that area. The next one is 30 miles. And if you are traveling during the winter time, your efficiency gets blown out of the water. Are we going? Okay. But it's very nice up here. Very nice, very nice.
So all those layers represent different environments. That's the history of the planet out there. And if you notice, they're nice and pretty horizontal. That is how sediments get laid down, magically, nice and horizontal. Has anybody been driving through Nevada?
Yep.
When you go through the road cuts, the layers are at an angle like that. Now, curiosity propels you up the mountain. When you're tired, gravity helps bring you down. With the canyon, curiosity and gravity pull you into the canyon. It's your determination to live that gets you out. That's the part they need to celebrate. Okay, this is Yaki Point. We spell it Y-A-K-I. It's named after a Native American tribe. They're found south of Tucson into Mexico. They spell their...
All right, we are on our first stop. I'm gonna tell you this right now, the bus tour is worth it because you are able to access certain areas that if you're not part of the bus tour, you're not gonna get. But my goodness, we're gonna go and check out a vista point. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Y'all gotta come out here. Oh, it looks like a freaking movie, but it ain't a movie. Oh my God. That is, hold on, let me try to not fall over and get you guys some views. Oh man. Alright, so this is the second stop of the tour bus. I don't remember the name, but let's go check it out. Tour is over. We have been taken back to the village area. This is the train. We still have about 40 minutes till they start boarding, and we're gonna probably just check things out around here. Very nice, very nice. All right, we're back at the hotel. I'm tired, so I'm probably just gonna stop recording for today, and hopefully that Volkswagen ID4 is no longer hogging that charger. Okay, so it's Monday morning, and the Model X has been parked for about 36 hours, almost 2 days. And I think when we pulled in from charging the other night, we were at 86% state of charge or something like that, and it's currently at 75%. So pretty good that we've only lost roughly 11% while just parked there. And the temperatures have been floating around 24 to 31 degrees overnight. It's currently 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's like 6:30 something in the morning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go check if there is an available charging station The complimentary one, yes, the ID4 finally left because they probably left the hotel. But yeah, so charging etiquette, if you're done, unplug. Okay, so it looks like we have 2 available charging stations. Also, I wanted to add that I did check out Electrify America's app. There are superchargers, or excuse me, Electrify America charging stations around the Grand Canyon South Rim. I believe there's like 4 charging stations, but as you can see here, no more ID4. They have gone and left. I am preheating the Model X at the moment, just so that I don't want to shock it or anything. I'm sure it'll do fine, even though it's been sitting around for about 36 hours, but it's fairly cold. We have a slight wind also, which makes it feel like it's 20-something degrees. There is still some snow on the ground, and it's drizzling a little bit. But let's go check out how the car looks. So it was at 70. Oh, did it catch me at Sentry mode? I just saw the camera. So a little bit of frost left on the hood. Not that much, but it's drizzling a little bit. But yeah, it's preconditioning. Oh, I'm sorry, not preconditioning, but it's defrosting right now. So always good to defrost. I enabled the defrost mode right before I left the room. So we're gonna move it and see how fast that charging station is. But I wanna get it to about 80-something% before we leave. We still have to go get ready, pack up, get breakfast, and then head back to Kingman. It's about 2 hours away roughly, so almost 120 miles or so, but I'll put all the exact distance and everything. Oh look, there's a hybrid van. I think it's a Chrysler right over there. Love seeing those plug-ins. But yeah, I'm gonna go in because it's cold. Okay, so we are here at the charging station at the hotel. Shout out to the Grand Canyon Railway Hotel for providing these free charging stations to its hotel guest. It's by Sema Connect. According to the computer here, it's telling me, let's see, we're pulling in 30 amps, 201 volts, 200, it's fluctuating, but the charge rate is 4 to 5 kilowatt. So what that means, it's about half of what we get at home, because at home we get like, I think 11 to 12 kilowatts. So this is similar to what you see at like Top Golf and what is that, like the Amazon grocery places, what are the Amazon Fresh by Volta. So it's very similar speeds, but yeah, so it's free, can't complain, because we are headed back to Kingman. So from Williams to Kingman again, no superchargers, but you want to be prepared, especially for these winter conditions. Also, make sure you always bring your adapter. I'm using the J1772 adapter. Always important to bring it. Even though supercharging locations are everywhere, apparently it's not here between Kingman and Williams. So if you're coming from the east going to Williams, you shouldn't have any issues, because there is a supercharger stations in Flagstaff, which is only 30 miles away. But if you're coming west from California, just be ready. Just be ready for that. If you don't have a CCS adapter, I would suggest getting one just in case. Again, even though supercharger locations are everywhere, it's not everywhere. Does that sound right? Did that make sense? Even though supercharger locations, there's plenty of them, they're not available everywhere. There are going to be other like charging stations that use like CCS. I mean, you could use the J1772, but they're fairly slow. You might be able to find some that go up to 50 kilowatt maybe. but most of them are like that speed, like 6 kilowatt. So, or destination chargers. Oh my goodness, my hands are freezing. So I'm gonna stop recording right now because it's cold. We're gonna go get ready for breakfast and continue our trip. Okay, so we are about to check out. It's almost 10 a.m. I've had the Model X plugged in to the hotel charger. Just a little over 3 hours, maybe, or yeah, just about 3 hours. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug. I'll put the stats on the screen right now and make it available for other EVs if there are any here, because it's charging etiquette. People need to learn charging etiquette. We're all on the same team here. Let's not be greedy. ID4 owners, come on now. But we're gonna start making our way back to Kingman, but we're gonna be taking a trip to Vegas for a night and just hang out. So it looks like there is a blue Model 3 charging next to us. We're gonna go unplug and move it elsewhere so that other people can enjoy the free charging here at the hotel. Okay, we're about to head on out. We are at 92% state of charge, 10:03 a.m. It says we don't need to charge. We'll be arriving in Las Vegas with 29% state of charge. I don't know about that, especially with the cold weather, but we're also planning on stopping at Hoover Dam. So we're gonna stop in Kingman because I don't think there's anything on the 93. So just to be safe, we're gonna go hang out there. And I think someone had said that there's an EV museum in one of the buildings there. So we're gonna go check it out. Okay, we are here back in Kingman. Figure we're gonna go and supercharge. I'm not familiar with the area, and so, ooh, it's windy here. And that's what I wanted to talk about. So one of the things, aside from temperature, that would affect your efficiency is elevation and wind. I forgot to mention that. So going up to Williams, Arizona, we were over 400 watt-hour per mile. I did not realize that Williams, Arizona is 6,770 feet above sea level. So it's a pretty substantial elevation change. Also, we did have crosswind coming down. It looked like about 25 to 30 miles per hour. It seemed that way. So that also can play effect with efficiency, and also will drop the temperatures even further. Even though it says it's like, 35 degrees Fahrenheit, that wind would make the temperatures seem a little bit colder. So we're gonna hang out here. The museum is actually open because we are here. It's almost lunchtime, and we're gonna go check it out, see what's inside. All right, so we are outside the Museum Visitor Center, Kingman. I'm glad the sun is finally out, but it is a bit windy. We've been having some weird weather in the Southwest these last few months, really. I guess it's not really weird because we're supposed to have rain around this time, and it's just weird that like over 10 years now we just had hardly any rain, so that's why it's kind of weird. But yeah, this area seems to look like the places you would see in the Cars movie. and I'm gonna unplug because we're getting up there in the state of charge. I don't like getting up there unless I really need to. But afterwards, we're gonna probably look at a place to eat because it's lunchtime. It's lunchtime, so there might be a Thai place just like a block away we're gonna check out. But we're gonna head on north to 93, Highway 93, and I looked, and there is a supercharging station. I probably don't need to charge, but I'm going to anyway, just to check it out, unless I'm like really high up there in the 80s. But we're gonna check out Hoover Dam, which is, I believe, an hour from here. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I've never been this part of the country, so this is great. I love it. I love it. It makes you want to stop and just to check things out. Like, I would have never known this part of Kingman if I didn't drive a Tesla, simply because there's a charging station. As you can see behind me, there's a charging station. So it's great. It's fun. It's part of the trip. And this is another reason why we love driving Tesla, why we love driving EV. So I get to bring it to you guys and share with you guys. This is amazing. And the weather is clearing up. We're actually in the 60 something degree. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug and find some food. All right, so we have this gas station. It's been a good minute since I been to one. But check out these pumps. They look pretty cool. Route 66, Route 66, how do you say that word? Well, very cool. Check that out. So this is behind the that visitor center, Bangkok Thai Cuisine. Looks pretty cool. 4.4 stars from Google Maps. We're gonna go and eat here. But check out Elvis right here. We got the Elvis photo here. And we got some nice pictures here. We are on North 93 going towards Hoover Dam. We had some Thai food. It was pretty good. Abby didn't like it, but it was fine. And there is a supercharger on Highway 93 in White Hills, Arizona. It says we'll arrive there at 75% state of charge. I don't think I'm gonna charge, but I do want to stop and just take a look around, and then we'll continue on. I just want to check out that place. Okay, we are here at is it White Hills? I think. I don't know. So traveling north on the 93, you have to make a left on the highway. But there are, I believe, 8 charging stations. One of them is kind of messed up, but on the app doesn't seem to be anything broken. But it's very windy here, and as you can see from far down that way, there's a lot of windmills. But this is there's one supercharger on the 93 highway between Kingman and Las Vegas, I guess, or Hoover Dam. I'm gonna go inside and get a quick iced coffee drink, and we're gonna continue on. All right, we are back on Highway 93 North. We didn't charge, I just needed some drink. And because we got there at 70% state of charge, we will arrive at the Hoover Dam. It says 59% state of charge. And Vegas, I think, will be like 48% state of charge. So plenty of battery. But I do like to be high state of charge getting into the hotel, simply because I don't want to have to look for charging when we're checking out. But we'll see. We'll see. Do keep in mind that when you are parked overnight, you do lose some state of charge. We're not going to be there multiple nights, just one night. So I predict about 3 or 4% state of charge loss. And Hoover Dam is 23 miles away. So let's go. We are in Nevada from Arizona. All right, we made it here in the Hoover Dam. We actually went through the Nevada side and now we are on the Arizona side. We crossed that bridge or dam and found parking. I think it's free parking here. Otherwise, it would cost $10.
I think there's small ones.
But this is the first time I've ever been here. Of all the years I've been in the Southwest, this is the first time I've ever been here. Of all the times I went to Las Vegas, this is only 30 miles away from Vegas. So there was like a picture back in 1983 that the water levels were near those buildings over there. They were pretty high, not anymore. Yeah, so you could see where the colors change among the rocks. That's where the water levels used to be in the 80s, it said. Okay, we arrived here in Vegas. We're gonna be at Park MGM, first time here. Used to be Monte Carlo several years ago, but is now called Park MGM. We've never stayed here before. Oh wow, there is charging stations here. Huh, okay. I think we are at 42% state of charge. These look like the orange ones. Charge Point. Man, why did I? It looks like Charge Point. It's probably 6 kilowatt or maybe 50, I don't know. But so what we have is a Model Y. We have a Kia. Is he plugged in? Looks like he is plugged in. We got a Lexus plug-in hybrid and a Model 3. I'm not too sure how fast these chargers are, but that's great. we got charging stations on the second floor, and second floor has a walkway. Hopefully we don't have to use another elevator. There it is. We have a walkway. I think Abby says there is no upgrades here. There's only one type of room or one type of accommodations, or I don't know. But we're gonna see. We're gonna see if we could upgrade, if there's any upgrades. Oh, T-Mobile's right there. T-Mobile Arena is just right there. I always thought this thing was like across the freeway. See, I'm not really familiar with this area. The only thing I'm familiar with here is Italy, because I love eating there. So we're gonna go check in and see what kind of rooms we can get and go from there. So this is the, I guess the check-in, the lobby. I forgot to mention that in Las Vegas right now, it's currently like 75 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, we need a tent. We need a tent for sure. I could feel the heat. So I've never been here before. Oh, this is the floors. It looks pretty nice. It's well lit too. I kind of like it. I like the ambiance. Is that what they say? Ambiance. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Let's see what the rooms look like. Check this out. I like that. Whoa, can you get my jacket? It's caught. Oh, very interesting. This is the bathroom. Got the red color on here. Okay, okay. I can dig it. This is something different. Red walls. I can dig it. I can dig it. Not bad, not bad, not bad.
Isn't that Arya's fault?
Huh, this is a nice decor here. Okay, okay.
Wait, there's a tram here?
So we are heading to Bellagio, but Abby and the boys wanted to take the tram, and I told them that I will walk to see who gets there first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going through Aria and go to Vidara, which is right across the street. I just walked through this pathway, and Vidara is just like right there. So yeah, right there, that's Vidara right there, and there's like a walkway through there that'll take me, what is that place, that chocolate place, and by the conservatory. So place your bets. Let's see who's gonna get there first. I think I'm gonna win because they have to wait for the tram. Now if that tram was already there as soon as they got to the platform, then I would probably lose. But I would consider myself a pretty steady walker. I like to walk. That's because I can't play basketball all the time. The next thing I can do is walk, get that heart rate up. So I like to walk, get those steps in. So we'll see who wins. So we are here in Vidara. It's just like right across from Aria. This is actually one of my favorite hotels here, Vidara and Aria. But yeah, there's just a walkway that goes right through. And one of those times we were here, they had this under construction, and it bummed me out because I couldn't use it to go cut through to Bellagio. But yeah, and apparently there is now a way to Cosmopolitan. But this is the walkway. I guess if you go left, it'll be Bellagio, and then if you go right, it's Cosmopolitan. Now Cosmopolitan recently joined the MGM Life Club, I guess. And so we're trying to wait for that time. Oh yeah, right here. This goes to Cosmopolitan. So yeah, here will take us to Bellagio. All right, so to our left is where the tram is. So let's see if they're already here, but I'm already here. So the tram just arrived. And let's see if they're there. Yep, I see them already. Feel like I'm at the airport waiting for them to get off the plane. What took you guys so long? So we are here in Cosmopolitan. I think this is the 3rd floor. There's a place called Blue Ribbon right here, and then there's this little hallway thing here. This is a secret place. If you walk through here, there's actually a pizza place here that we heard it was pretty good. So we're gonna try it out, and yeah. We didn't even know this place existed until one of our friends showed it to us. All right, with Tuesday morning, we are checking out. It's been 4 days and 3 nights. I'm ready to go home. I checked the app. We are at 36% state of charge. I believe we lost about 6% state of charge while parked here at Park MGM. More than likely, we have a lot of Sentry Mode notifications. That's probably why we lost 6%. But we'll check to see how many that is. We're gonna go grab some breakfast and look for a charging station and start making our way back. We are here in North Las Vegas to have breakfast at a place called Goldilocks. It's a like a Filipino bakery with some food. They used to have a few in California, but they started closing down. I'm not really sure. So Abby's been wanting to eat here. So we're gonna go check it out. Hopefully they still have breakfast, because I want some breakfast. I love breakfast any time of the day. There's a supercharger nearby. We're at like 34% state of charge. I'm not really sure if we're gonna charge there or maybe state line, but we'll see. We'll see what the mood is. But I'm hungry. We are charging here at the southern part of Las Vegas. Look at the position of this charger. It's in the middle of the lane, so, but still short cables. These are 250 kilowatt speeds. I don't know if they're gonna be good for non-Tesla charging. I didn't really check if this is one of the locations that'll do non-Tesla, but there is an outlet here. Now, there were several charging locations where we ate at, and they're all 250. Well, most of them are 250. Be careful going to the 150 kilowatt in the southern part of the strip. They're crap. They're garbage because they share speed. So if you park next to somebody, it's gonna get cut in half. And if it's real busy, it could get as slow as like 30 kilowatt. So don't go to that one. It's like 150 kilowatt. I had it on a video back when we went to Vegas. I think it was with the SoCal Tesla group. So to try to avoid it. But this one is 250 at the premium outlets here in Las Vegas. I'm gonna go look for some coffee. Now, the reason why I chose this, even though there was many superchargers nearby where we ate at, is I needed to give time to precondition the battery because our car was parked overnight. We got here with 30% state of charge, so we have quite a bit to refill, but being at 250 kilowatt, I think we're gonna be good at the charging speed. Let's check out what the speed is. So it looks like it's 212 kilowatt speeds at the moment. But the bad thing is the kids and Abby are staying in the car. They don't wanna walk around. So they're gonna use the air conditioning, which also requires energy. So as we're putting energy in, they are also using energy to use the air conditioning. We are here at Yermo. That's the name I was trying to remember, Yermo, but also I was trying to remember Eddie World. But we are not at the Eddie World Yermo supercharging station. We are actually here at the other Yermo supercharging station because these are 250 kilowatts, so they are a bit quicker. We arrived, I believe, at 28% state of charge, and so I wanted to get that 250 kilowatt speed. So last I checked, we were doing about 249. So like a quick 10 to 20 minute charging session here will be a lot. We would get a lot more out of it than if we were to go to the 150 kilowatt station over there at Eddie World. Now, if you look closely at these charging stations, they may be positioned fairly well for non-Tesla vehicles. I haven't really checked whether or not these are compatible with non-Tesla vehicles, but you can actually park on either side, even though this one says, please use other side, but what it does is it sort of, well, will it make it available? The parking lot, the parking stall or parking? No, it wouldn't, huh? So it may still take up 2 spaces. But this area, we've gone here a good number of times and it's hardly ever filled. Unless it's during the holidays, it gets pretty, it gets busy, but I wouldn't say that it gets full. There was one time that this station, actually both Yermo stations, was out of commission. It was during the tropical storm Hillary. I have a video on that if you want to check that out. We went to our friend Doc Alan's wedding and Sis Sarah's wedding in Vegas, and it was during the tropical storm Hillary. But yeah, so they were out of commission. Actually, even the gas station right over there, the Shell station, was also out of commission because it uses electricity to pump gas. So if there's no electricity, you can't charge your car, nor can you pump gas. So yeah, just as a reminder, I do have the stats. We're going to go over the data of cost and efficiency throughout this trip. I'm ready to go home though, but we still got about one more stop at the other Yermo supercharging station. which is the one at Eddie World. But I want some beef jerky, and I gotta get my bro Irwin something because he wants something from there. We are now home, and this is what the car looks like with snow, warm weather, ice, and all that. So I'm gonna be raising the suspension and probably going to be spraying under the car and stuff, just in case there was salt on the road. I just don't want to get it all. Just want to see if I can rinse it out. Here is the data for the entire trip. I have the link to the public Google Drive spreadsheet as well, like I do with all our road trips. We drove a total of 852 miles, used 319 kilowatt hours of energy. The average watt hour per mile is 374 watts. We had 8 charging sessions total. One was at the hotel for free, and another with Electrify America with outrageous rates. Total cost is $124.22. We spent 6 hours and 11 minutes charging. 3 of those hours were at the hotel plugged in at 5 kilowatt speed using level 2 charger, and we were just hanging out at the hotel, having breakfast, and just packing up. If you notice on the spreadsheet, most of the state of charge are high, most in the 90%. We were doing tourist things because we've never been to most of those places, or we were eating. And the chargers were not that busy. If they were, I would have unplugged around 80 to 85%. I was also not familiar with the route since it was my first time with an EV in those locations. The average per kilowatt hour is 36 cents. If we multiply that by 319 kilowatt hours, this trip would have cost $114.84. Here is some calculations with gas. I've highlighted a few to quickly look. At 20 miles per gallon, at $4.50 per gallon, it would have cost $191.70, the difference of $67.48. I'm sure many of you will favor to pay the difference just so that you don't have to wait for charging. But we don't mind the wait. We prefer it. Also, keep in mind these calculations do not factor in using the HVAC system and uphills. This is just based on miles per gallon rating. I love taking road trips in the Model X. It's so comfy and fun, and if I want to go a little fast, it's there. I didn't expect having to use CCS adapter, but I'm glad I had one. I hope Tesla adds superchargers in that area in the future. What did you think about the efficiency? It was pretty bad going to Williams, Arizona, but it improved coming back. I'm sure I could have spent less time at the charging stations, but we were not in a rush to get to anywhere. How long are you willing to spend at charging driving over 800 miles? I hope you enjoyed this video. I really like sharing our charging stops and trips. I have a playlist of other road trips that we've done. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.